Good morning, Garden of England, Saturday morning. So this will be my longer video this week. So lots of good news. First of all, I managed to get up the interview with Kathleen yesterday. Now, because of my upload speeds, because I'm in the countryside, my video section got a little bit broken, so it needs the video version of it needs a bit of work, and I don't have time right now. But the interview is so amazing, I thought, well, let's at least get it up as an audio version with an on-screen reading thing happening. So I'm pretty pleased with it in terms of what you'll see, but in terms of streaming, absolutely amazing. The interview is extraordinary, such inspiration, and here's the great news. She has told me beyond that she's definitely coming to the retreat, which I'm about to talk about. So I think for anybody who's followed the Kathleen interviews, then to have her in our group is just going to be extraordinary. So here's the thing about the retreat. I'm going to announce it on Monday morning, so that gives people over the weekend a chance to maybe see this video, get their head around it, and so when it's released they can get on quickly to book. I'm not taking tickets, I'm not involved in any of this other than I'm going on a personal retreat. If you want to join me, you're more than welcome, but it will be extraordinary. The more the merrier. Now, in terms of choosing a site, what is interesting, given that I'm all about coincidence and synchronicity, as soon as I posted the idea, I got an email from a wonderful MindStore member, and she knows this site, and she came on immediately and recommended it. And there was, when I looked at it, there was excellent possibilities with it. One or two things in terms of what I was looking for maybe came up short a little bit, so I then scoured the country online looking for the ideal location. Was there availability? Could it do what I was looking for it to do? Narrowed it all the way down after a lot of research to two locations. One had the ability to maybe have 15 places, but this one's got up to 50, and it's got a multitude of options for people. What's also interesting is Geraldine, who recommended this to me, she's someone to listen to because she is an adventure person herself. She knows the site, she knows all about synchronicity. She actually walked by herself from Glasgow to Rome. She's writing a book about that, and I will interview her soon. An extraordinary lady. So when she recommends something, I'm going to listen to it. But more importantly, in terms of synchronicity, given that this is a spiritual retreat that I'm going on, you're welcome to join me. I looked at how do you get to the site from the train station. Then it obviously would need a taxi, and a 15-minute taxi ride. And you know what the taxi firm's name is that was recommended by the owners of the site? Angel Taxis. Enough said. The first option in, Angel Taxis, couldn't resist it, so I've chosen there. But as I've said already, there are 50, at the moment, there are 50 pitches. So that's extraordinary. That allows us to get as many people who want to book immediately, and then if there's space, people can trickle in over the coming weeks as they get to know about it, as they get to find out about it. Maybe you'll help share that, even if you're not coming, help share this. That would be fantastic. Now, what's amazing about the site is it's in the east of the country, it's in Lincolnshire, so the likelihood in early July it's going to be decent weather. And that's obviously important for all of us, especially I've not camped for 30 years or so, maybe longer, 40 years. So I don't want a lot of hassle with howling winds and rain. So anyway, that's another attraction. But what's really cool about it is that there could be a large group. Now, what you don't know about me maybe is you're used to me, you know, standing in front of you teaching. But I also facilitate large groups through workshops and so on, and I've got lots of techniques and methods, so it doesn't matter the number. You, if you come, will get fully involved, fully engaged, won't miss a thing. It'll be extraordinary. What's really good about this site is there are hikes around it, which is good. There is apparently a beautiful walk along a river into the town where the train station is. About a 2-hour walk, but nevertheless apparently extraordinary. So that'll be good in itself. 15 minutes away in a taxi, I can just imagine 2, 3 or 4 of you jumping into taxis, you know, getting into the town. The town itself looks amazing in terms of what it'll offer us for synchronicity, but you can jump on a train and go to a famous coastal town out there on the North Sea. That is only about half an hour away in the train, so even more. And a big city a bit further away in the train. So if you want lots of stimuli, there's going to be amazing possibilities. So I'm really excited about it. I'm particularly excited because not only is there pitches for those who want to go by tent, but especially for you women, there's a lot of other accommodation available, which you might prefer. And I suppose it's like everything else, as soon as I announce it, first come, first served. What I also like about it is there is a barn. I've not talked to him about using it, but he says the place is quiet. There's no group bookings yet. He has got a barn that we could all get under if it was raining at night for our debriefing. So that's it's just extraordinary. So I'll announce it Monday and dive on as soon as you can. Once the places are gone, they're gone. But let me explain a bit more about the actual retreat so that you understand what's happening. The retreat will happen the moment you book. Because the moment you book, you've then made the commitment, you've then got the intention to participate. So immediately Source will start to work. And it's going to be important for you to have a notebook, possibly even before you book on Monday. Go out and get one this weekend. That's just for this retreat, because things are going to come into your mind that you might want to pay attention to. You might find yourself maybe looking for gear. I've been looking for gear on websites and stuff like that. Even went to go outdoors yesterday to look at some tents. So the thing is, I don't have gear. Well, I've got some stuff. Got a sleeping bag, got an old camping stove thing, but other than that, so But remember, you can put all this together for the price of a night in a decent hotel. So, and you're going to have 3 nights. It's cost me 30 quid to book my place. I've booked already, so I'm committed. But here's the thing. Things are going to happen between now, even over this weekend, as you start to contemplate this. Then you make your intention, things will happen. So having that notebook is going to be important. And then the actual day of the journey, it's going to be extraordinary in terms of the attraction. You'll begin to attract, and by the time you get there, you'll have some ideas about the things you want to kind of process on your time. And so we're going by public transport so that you attract the stimuli, you attract the synchronicity. Under no circumstances opt out of that bit. If you turn up with your car, I personally will be seriously challenged by that. You're not going to bring any value to the group. You're just going to shortchange yourself and shortchange us, and maybe deprive someone else who would have come and fully participated. So get out your comfort zone and be prepared to get on a train or a bus, or maybe fly over from wherever you are to somewhere nearby airport, and then find your way there by public transport. Not by a taxi straight from the airport. That's only from the train station. Okay, so that's all important. Trust me, this process works, and you've got to let it work. Don't interfere with it. Don't let your left brain get in the way of you having an extraordinary experience. Now, here's another thing. So the whole idea of it is silence. Dogs barking, you have to listen. It's all about silence. It's all about this reality. From 7 o'clock in the evening till 10 o'clock will be when we'll be sharing, talking. My intention is from 7 till 8. That gives people time to just blather and chat and meet people as they walk about the campsite, or they sit somewhere, maybe they're cooking or whatever that is, getting a meal or whatever. But you've got to be on site at 7, and that'll be informal late time. People who like to eat late, that's late for me, then you can do that. But then from 8 o'clock to 10, there'll be facilitated debriefing. Well, if that's a large group, I'll use the techniques I've got. You'll still be able to fully participate. You'll find it amazing. If it's a smaller group, more intimate group, then even better, I suppose, for those of you who participate. and that'll be fine. If it's just me and my Onio, but already I know someone else has made the commitment, so there'll at least be 2 of us. And I know lots of you are really interested. You're already asking how do I book, so that's exciting. But then from 10 o'clock, lights out, back to your tent, where you can continue to do your journaling and get yourself a decent sleep, one would hope. And then when you come out of your tent in the morning, you do not speak to anyone unless, of course, it's necessary for just the obvious. Someone on the site asks for directions, who's not one of our group, blah blah blah. All of that, getting in the taxi if you want to go into town, you know, talking to the taxi driver for a moment. But what's going on outside the window of the taxi is going to be amazing. And if there's a conversation strikes up with a guy or whoever it is that's driving, then fair enough. But no talking, no conversations with one another, and that might be challenging. Maybe you want to spend some time with me, I get it. Maybe you want to spend some time with Kathleen, but I'm sorry, you can't. You've got to get inside yourself. You've got to allow the process to work. Please do not sabotage that. The other thing is, it's really important that you don't use your phone to communicate with the outside world. When we did proper retreats, we took the phones off people. They squirmed, they didn't like it. But I told them straight, if you don't give us your phone, you can't attend. Even though you've travelled in, you've paid for accommodation, sorry, I'm not going to facilitate a workshop if you've got a phone. Because it's just absolutely impossible to go through the process if you're communicating with the outside world, if you're listening to podcasts, going on YouTube, God knows. Please don't do that. But we will, obviously, at a given moment, your moment, you can text your loved ones to let them know you're okay. So you can prepare them for that before you leave. And of course, if someone is desperate in need of you, you can let them know of the campsite's phone number and they can leave a message for you. Please make sure you're willing to communicate with that. Don't sabotage the group by doing something sneaky. You know, people let themselves down, and don't let this group down. This is going to be amazing. And then what's going to happen is you go out there and things are going to happen. They're just going to happen. If you listen to the interview with Kathleen, number 4, you'll realise that she is without doubt. I said it yesterday. She's an uber synchronicity bagger. We talk about that on the interview, and it'll open you up. You're going to have extraordinary experiences just by listening to that, watching this, going back over the previous videos if you want to, but then making the decision to join. And it's come Monday morning, round about this time, I'll explain where it is and so on. So what you do is, once it's released, you don't contact me, you contact the campsite itself. You go through, you do an online booking thing, and in the online booking thing you go to camping if you're doing the camping, and you go to the big field place, you book there. You're going at 8th to the 11th is the booking, so it's 3 nights, and it's 30 quid for a tent. And if you want to book the other things, then you have to explore that. If it's showing up that it's fully booked, because his system can only deal with 12 bookings apparently, then you send them an email and you transfer, and that information will be available come Monday. You transfer money into the account, and when you're going through the booking process, there's a bit for comments. You just say part of the Jack Black group and he'll understand that. So I don't know what else to say other than I'm really personally really excited about this for myself. I want to spend time getting towards a deeper relationship with Source, whatever that means for you, you know what it means for me. I want to attract the synchronicity, I want to debrief on the synchronicity, unpack it, to journal on it, and more importantly to co-journal on it through the process. And we'll make sure you're in different groups every night, if it's a big group, and you'll work with different partners through the process. It's going to be amazing. Make sure you bring an amazing notebook, because this notebook will change your life. Maybe a Pritt stick thing, so that you can pick up things as you're travelling around. You might want to stick in as memories. maybe the little card of a cafe where some magic happened, like it did me the other day with the Billy Connolly thing. If you don't know what that is, then go and listen to previous or watch previous little videos I've done this past week. So there we go. I hope to see you at the event. I hope this appeals to you. Oh, and finally, if this doesn't suit because you've already got a holiday booked through that period but you'd love to be involved with stuff I am doing, for 40 quid minimum, all the money's going to charity. I'm doing a full, the very latest version of MindStore one-day event in Canterbury here, 28th of June. Tickets will become available soon. I'm learning the Canterbury will get access first. There's only 150 places. Let them get the access, then I'll let you all know. The ticketing will be available, and you can book. 40 quid, doesn't come to me, goes to people in need. How good is that? But you'll get the very latest. Some of the stuff I taught last year, just extraordinary new tools. And if you're an absolute beginner or you want to bring an absolute beginner, you can be absolutely certain they're going to have an amazing time, because they'll rapidly get involved in MindStore the way I teach it. When we found all the newcomers last year, it was fine for them, and it blew away some of the people who were seasoned repeaters. So there you go. I'm going to go now. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you on Monday with the big announcement of where we're going. Have a cracker. Bye now. Bye bye.